curtain goes down. Obviously, you never want to see that. You come in there. What were you feeling at that point? And the word that keeps getting used tonight is kind of snowball. Things just kind of snowball. Did you sense that as well? And what was kind of your mindset throughout that game as you're trying to need a comeback?
Of course, first things first, prayers up for Ethan. He got hurt, so that's something as an athlete that we, hate and we pray for every day that doesn't happen to our bodies. And of course, as a quarterback, when you get hit from a sack or it can be from anywhere in the field, it was, as a quarterback, you always look up on the sideline and see if he's okay or not. And when he got up slow and saw his arm was like that, I kind of knew it was because they're probably going to call my name to go in. But like I said, at the moment, like I said, beginning of the season, I played, did a lot of snaps in college football. Of course, I'm learning, still, a lot of things to learn from. And really when, my chance got called and I had to go out there and do my opportunities and I made my mistakes. But like I said, these are all learning points in my life.
Hey, Ethan. The last time that you got this many snaps was way back in mid-October. I believe it was Oregon State.
Yeah.
How hard is it to be called up? You see your quarterback go down as you saw and just have to kind of come in. Obviously, you practice hard every week, but how challenging is that to all of a sudden have to be the guy and perform?
All my life, I've never not took the first snap of college football. Took a snap of football of every football game, little league, high school. I've always took the first snap, and of course, coming to college, as a me of always doing that. Just me, having something happen to me getting to go to the game or when Garb starts the game. It's more of just, of course, you got to get your rhythm going. You got to get things going. And of course, I haven't played since Oregon State game, like you said, with the amount of reps. But at the end of the day, I still got to go in there and do what I have to do, complete the passes, not make the mistakes I made in the past. So. Of course, it's a lot of things that as a quarterback, you got to get yourself back in rhythm, and it's been a while, and like I said, there's a lot of things I've been going through, there's mentally and things like that, and, as me just far from home and doing these type of things, it can be pretty tough at times, and I have coaches and players I can lean back on, but at the end of the day, I guess I'm just blessed to be where I'm at right now.
Dante, it's just been such an up and down season for you. Just what's the biggest thing that you've kind of learned about yourself as a person and a quarterback this year?
Something I stand on is that God gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers. And I know as of right now I'm going through a storm, and I know as of right now I'm going through a tough battle right now. And I know my faith and believing with the man upstairs and God and really my faith and understanding that, of course, the storm is going on, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get through the storm and learn from what I went through. And, of course, just things aren't going my way. It kind of reminds me of my freshman year of high school. I had a lot of mistakes, had a lot of picks, actually, and really my picks went down lower and lower and lower because I just learned from the speed level of coming from little league to high school. And, of course, I'm going through the same thing in college, just understand I have to adapt and adjust to things. But really, like I said, my faith and belief in God and really just understanding that he's always going to be in my corner at all times in life. I understand that if nobody's with me, I know he is. So just praying every day and make sure I'm taking care of myself mentally and physically. That's the main thing right now.
Dante, just to kind of piggyback off that last question, where are some areas you feel like you've grown this season, and where do you think you need to grow and get better in the offseason?
That's a great question. Some areas that I know I need to, of course, grow in is, of course, to adjusting to the speed level of the game and how athletes move. Just look at Alex Johnson. He's running 22 miles per hour around the field and has multiple athletes like that. Of course, I practice. They're challenging me to make sure I'm getting better every day. But, college football, everybody's fast. Everybody's strong. DNs running 4.3, 4.4s. More of it is just really just adjusting to the speed of the game, getting the ball out faster, more arm angles or just getting the ball out, the best way I can and protecting the football. That's probably the biggest thing. Of course, my mistakes, my mistakes are points that can be put on the board, and I know I got a lot of things to work on, but areas I've grown in is really being a better teammate. I know with everything going on at the end of the day, even if it's 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, my teammates will always get the same energy from me from start to finish. It doesn't matter if it's a bad day or good day, I'm always going to be positive. I'm being a better leader, being a better teammate. Really more is just understanding that throughout this year, my faith has grown even closer to God and knowing that I'm going through these things as of right now, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be smiling like I always am and proud of what I've been through.
Alex, you've been a leader this season, and obviously a loss like this stings, but what do you say to some of the younger guys, especially when you have to prepare for one more game?
Right. It's hard, especially after a loss like that. It's tough, but one thing that this guy to my right has taught me that I've learned over this season is this guy, he just bounces back, and that's what we have to do as a team, is just bounce back. no matter what obstacles thrown at us, what challenges we have to overcome, we just band together as brothers, really rely on that friendship, that brotherhood, and bounce back as a team, as a unit.
This might have been a better question before that one, but what was it like out there? Your last game at the Rose Bowl, you've been here 6 years, long time, and you
Yeah.
probably know today was Coach's 60th birthday. I'm sure you guys wanted to win one for him. So what was it like to, just have the disappointment of the way things went today?
Even with the way things went, I honestly, I wouldn't take away anything that happened. Going out to play that game with my brothers, with Dante, it's always a blessing. But that last game is just kind of special for me. Looking at where I've come from personally to where I am now, I mean, it was. I tried not to get too emotional about it, but obviously it was a big thing, and it's something that I'll always cherish with me, no matter the outcome. Just being able to be out on the field, cheering my guys on, being excited, it was one for the memories.
And Dante, given how some of the moments you've had to start games have kind of unfolded with the interceptions, how hard is that to just kind of block out and not think, here we go again, and that sort of thing?
I mean, just really, if you look at the greatest quarterbacks that ever played the game, and Brady and the person I'm close with, being Mahomes, just they've always been through mistakes, issues that they need to fix, and that could be by turning the ball over. But I mean, at the end of the day, quarterbacks, a lot of quarterbacks do it, but of course, as a quarterback, we don't want it to happen. But it's the game of football. Adversity's always going to hit. But I mean, as a quarterback, when things happen, sometimes it can be phenomenal plays. A linebacker might come for a run, then bounce back and jump up and catch the pick, or get tipped like it did today and dive for the pick. I mean, a lot of things happen that you can't control, and I know with as a quarterback, turning the ball over is something that we hate to do, and of course that's something that's one of our main jobs is to score, protect the football. But I mean, at the end of the day, all the greatest quarterbacks have been through issues and faced through turn over the ball, but they're just learning from it. And I know from the greatest quarterbacks, they've learned from it, and then I guess at the end of the day, they stopped doing much of it. But at the end of the day, it's always going to happen. It's just football.
Dante, how important is it to you? You had a rough game tonight. How important is it to you to have guys like Alex, guys in the locker room to really have your back despite, whatever the result may be? How important is it to you to know that you can have guys you can rely on like that?
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of things can happen where it can be out in the world where people can love you when you're going up and hate you when you're going down. But I know with my team, and especially Alex, and they're always going to be in my corner. And I know when things are going bad, they're always going to come and cheer me up, or just talk to me wherever I need to hear, whatever I need to hear. But Alex has been in the game for a long time. Like I said, me, as my big brother. Me being so young. Just a lot of things that he's went through. He always been teaching me it, and I know with having a lot of him, my teammates, they're always going to help me out. So just having this chemistry with the team and having real brothers in your corner is something that you really appreciate, because many people love when you're up and many people throw dirt in you when you're down. So. And then I'm just blessed to have somebody like Alex Johnson next to me.
Question for both of you. I know you'll have a few days off to kind of recover, but what do these next few days look like for you guys in terms of what you're doing mentally, physically to kind of prepare for this next game?
Definitely a lot of recovery, just making sure our bodies are right, but also just a mental break. We've been going through school, going through football, so kind of taking that time off to make sure your mind's in the right place. Some guys will get a chance to see their families, which will be nice. Just a full body recovery. Probably get back on the field, do some movement, keep the bones loose and stuff like that. But just a full body recovery is what we're going through.
First things first is taking care of your mental. Your mental is probably the biggest thing on the body that you need, and of course physically our bodies can be sore, and over time that's going to happen. But mentally, if you're destroyed as of right now in this moment, you got to find back to your roots, and that can be from you just getting back to your kid days, from you going outside and enjoying nature, you getting back to playing a little bit of video games, just to get away from football, really enjoy yourself and really be who you really are. At the end of the day, football can take us far in life, and we really appreciate it. But as us, going through this loss, us going through these, getting ready for finals and things like that. Mentally, we can be, you know, full and destroyed, but I probably say the biggest things right now, the next couple upcoming days, is getting our bodies back and mentally, the main thing, getting us back on track.
Thanks, guys.